The most important relationship that one must have in their entire life is actually not a one relationship that you have with another human being, but the relationship that you actually have with yourself. And this is the most important relationship that you will ever have. Let me explain why. You spent your entire life around other people, talking to other people, family members, friends, co-workers, colleagues, people that you go to school with, people that you go to your sports games with, whatever it may be. But the common denominator at the end of the day is you. And this is the most important relationship because I'll give you a little bit of a comparison story of what I've noticed over the few last weeks and months. I go outside and I work at a few different places, coffee shops, cafes, whatever it may be, outside, so that I don't feel too distracted at home. But basically, on one of those coffee shops, there's this really, really strange guy. And it's the kind of guy like you would think he's like a Twitter incel, like he believes in all conspiracy theories and nothing makes sense of what he's talking about, right? It's like he's on crack. And every single time, like I've spoken to him like at one time, and it's because he tried to force his way into a conversation with me because I was dressed like this, and he thought like I was somebody important that he should talk to, right? And I was like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna talk to you anymore because whenever I talk to you, it feels like talking to a brick wall. Like nothing I say matters to you at all, and nothing that you can say to me matters either. It's like whenever I'm speaking to you, I feel like I'm listening to colors and I'm seeing sounds. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? And this guy, obviously his mind is broken. I don't know if he's taken drugs in the past too much, or maybe he was abused as a child, or maybe he had a very bad upbringing. I don't know how you get to that point, okay? But the lesson I took from that was he did not manage to treat himself in a certain way that helped him become a good member of society. I'm doing my best every single day to become a better member of society, to become more valuable, to provide better value to other people that I'm talking to be a better human being in all aspects. And this guy, it's like he did the absolute opposite of that. Now, what can we take out of this? Well, most obvious lesson, don't be a crackhead. But without joking, you need to treat yourself actually better than you would treat somebody else. Because as soon as you treat yourself in a very respectful way, in a very friendly way, in a very self-esteemed kind of way, that you really want just what's best for yourself. And that means having the hard conversations with yourself, having the hard conversations with your own brain when nobody's looking, nobody's listening to you. You need to sit down and you need to talk to yourself first so that you can make sure that your brain is healthy, that your body is healthy, that everything is aligned for a singular purpose together to achieve it. Because whenever your mind is fragmented, you're basically fighting on multiple fronts. I'm sure some of you students of strategy and war and history might learn and know this sentence, which is divide and conquer. And this is the exact same thing that is playing against you. There's so many different elements out there in the world that are working against you, that want your attention, that want your energy, that want your time, that want you. And you need to sit down for a second and really think for yourself. What can I do to avoid getting divided? Because if I take everything that is me and I combine it into a singular force, I will be much more powerful, and I will be able to achieve my goals. I will be able to go out there into the world and get done. Like, I'll give you another example. Get done the things you want to get done, one at a time. Just like take all of your energy, all of your force, all of your power, and just full force, like crush that one problem. Just boom, boom, boom. And you'll see it's much easier to do that, like one problem at a time, because all of these small problems are scattered, right? But if you take all of your energy and all of your force and you combine it into one singular army, and then you just attack and you destroy this problem, you will see that it's actually quite easy to do that. I'll give you an example of a history lesson this time. So back in the day, long time ago, when the Romans were a thing, Julius Caesar noticed that whenever he would fight his enemies, there was a lot of fucking enemies, a lot of barbarians threatening Rome, okay? And so what did he understand, rather? He noticed that, and this is when he was attacking Gaul, okay? So modern day France, Gaul, barbarian tribes here and there, left, right, and center, just attacking and threatening Rome. And so what he set out to do is he was like, you know what? There's actually a bunch of different people. It's like these guys over here, this tribe over here, this tribe this different, this tribe is different, and they all actually get together and they try and coordinate against us. So what can we do? We divide them. We make them so tiny and so small that we can just come in with the Roman legion and just fucking massacre everybody. Just destroy them. Because they can't do anything. What did they do? They got mercenaries and they learned the dynamics. They would send spies and the diplomats to learn the dynamics of the relationships between those tribes in order to put them against each other, so that whenever they would fight amongst each other, the Romans would come in and would be like, and it would fucking mop the floor, because everybody's fighting amongst themselves. It's like when the Spanish came over to America, what they did was they hired a bunch of the local tribes to fight against each other, so that when they would come in, they would be like, oh, we can use these mercenaries as cannon fodder. And because they hate these people, we can just wipe them out, cut the number of the people in half, so that way we get rid of this entire tribe, and then we've got another tribe left over, the mercenaries, and since we're stronger than them, then we can get rid of them as well, and now we've gotten rid of everybody. Easy peasy. So what you want to do, and this is where divide and conquer comes from, what you want to do is whenever you are faced with a problem in your life, whenever it may be a personal problem, whenever it may be a business problem, a client problem, a career problem, a work problem, any kind of problem, you look at it and you actually think for yourself, okay, how can I divide the individual parts? How can I fragment this problem into multiple parts and then focus on eliminating one step at a time? Just boom, 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 boom. And just with all of your force, all of your energy, all of your brain power, all of your time and effort and strength, you just full force destroy the singular step, one step at a time. And you might have heard this back like a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, couple years ago, of people starting to say, hey, it's actually better to look at what you're doing, if it's a very massive big problem, to break it down into smaller problems so that you can actually just go boom, 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 and you can go step by step. It's much easier on your mind than thinking, oh, big problem, oh no, what am I going to do? Okay, so what you want to do is practically, if you have a big problem, you break it down into multiple parts. Instead of one big problem, you break it down into multiple parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And those 5 parts, you just take all of your energy and just go boom, 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 and just to do that every single time. Okay? This is what I've been doing in my own business, in my own everything. Dating, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to social interaction, when it comes to going to the gym, when it comes to landing clients, whatever it is. Okay? You are capable of so much more, but you need to understand that people will always find an advantage against you. So, like Caesar against the barbarians, you need to analyze the field to get the intel and to break down what is happening and how it is structured so that you can come up with a solution in order to divide and conquer those problems and destroy them one at a time. Okay? And this is going to allow you in your own life to help you have that relationship with yourself is completely linked to this. Because as soon as you have a very healthy relationship with yourself and you know exactly who you are, where you stand, what are your principles, what are your standards, what are you going to put your foot in the ground for and stand on it and say, this is me, I am a whole individual human and you cannot break me, you cannot divide me, I am whole, I am one. And as soon as you got that, understanding that you're actually a sovereign citizen of the planet Earth, you will understand that you can actually get done so many more things. The point is, if you are a singular individual, just like compact, like this, it's much harder for somebody to get rid of you, because it's like a giant boulder in the center of a river. The river goes towards the boulder and then it cuts into halves because the boulder in the center is so strong and so firm and so dense that the river has to curb around it. All right? That's how it's going to work. So, how do you actually get a better and create a better, stronger relationship with yourself? Very simply. Number one, you need to stop lying to yourself. I go out there and I see so many people that lie to themselves. Oh, actually, I'm not doing so bad. And they try and make reality less shit than it actually is. Most people that go out there and that work a job, most of them have actually quite a shit life. Now, some of them don't. Some of them just are like okay doing what they're doing. But if you want to get more done, what do you need to do? You need to be okay looking at the shit parts of your life and coming up with solutions and answers as to how to solve those problems. Okay? And then once you've eliminated all the internal problems and fixed yourself, you will understand how easy it is to have an impact on the world around you. Okay? I did a lot of self-work over the past 4 years, not only on my own personal skills, but also eliminating a lot of the problems and a lot of the mistakes I've made in the past, because those bad past habits made me into the person I was before. And so I went ahead and looked at the shit under the rug, like, you know, when you're a kid and you push stuff under the bed or under the rug because you don't want to clean it up. Exactly the same thing I was doing for the past 20 years. I looked under the rug and I was like, okay, how do we actually clean this shit up? And so I started making a list. Okay, what am I actually shit at? I'm shit at social interaction. I'm shit at talking to people. I'm shit at speaking English. I know how to listen to English, I understand, but I'm shit at actually fluently speaking it. Okay. And then just make a list. I'm shit at business. I don't know how to make money. I don't have a job. And just make a fucking list, okay? Once I made that list, I started, like I mentioned at the start of the video, divide and conquer. Looked at exactly one step at a time. And I would be like, okay, first we're gonna do this. Absolutely fucking annihilate this fucking problem with all of my time, all of my energy, all of my effort. Boom. Okay, next one. What's the next one? Boom. What's the next one? Boom. And just do that over and over and over and over again. And you will see that you will develop not only confidence in yourself, way more, but also you will start trusting yourself just a bit more. You will start developing that self-esteem, that respect for yourself, because you actually said, I'm gonna do this, and you did it. And over the past few days, I've been making videos in a sort of series kind of way. So if you're interested in learning all those different steps that came before this that I'm talking about right now, I suggest you go check them out. Everything is linked. Whenever I speak about something, and I make videos every single day and I post them every single day on this channel, so go check them out. But every single day I post a video, the video for the next day is completely tied into the video of the day before. So I really suggest you go back and you look at it, and you go back and you look at it, and you go back and you collect. If you really want to get better, if you really want to become a more sovereign individual, more respectable individual, someone other men respect, somebody worth something, then in that case, you will want to watch my other videos. I spent a couple hours on YouTube yesterday to find some ideas and look at the landscape and listen to some other people that were giving financial advice. And so, as you might know, I'm in New Zealand currently. So I saw this video titled, if you live in New Zealand, this is how to get rich. And I looked at what he was talking about, the guy, he's a Kiwi. I looked at what he was talking about. It's actually full of fucking nonsense. It's actually mental masturbation. And then I looked at another guy and another guy and another guy. And most people's advice out there are actually mental masturbators. And they don't actually sell you any, they don't actually, it's not that they don't sell. They actually sell a course and they're making money off of you watching their fucking content. The point is all of these people are making a profit off of you watching their videos. Oh, it's motivational. Oh, it really makes me feel like I've got my shit in order whenever I watch this guy's videos. And then you go back to your shit life and nothing has changed. I'm here to give you some actionable steps. What can you do? What can you do right now that is going to improve your life right this moment? I'm going to give you actions. I'm going to give you things to do. I'm going to make you uncomfortable because life is shit. And if you want to get better, you need to look at what is shit in your own life to make it better. This is what I've done, okay? I wasn't as good as I am today. I wasn't as confident. I wasn't as good at speaking English. I wasn't as social. I wasn't as well-dressed, well-groomed, well taken care of, and physically fit. I wasn't all of these things. I looked at what was shit in my life. Overweight, shy, anxious, introverted, all this bullshit. And I just fixed it one at a time, over a long period of time. That's it. It's as simple as that. So if that's what you want, if that's something that interests you, just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about these videos. What kind of piece of advice would you like to have in the next few videos that I'll record? And go check out those other videos that I've posted, because you will learn way more from this channel because I've designed it so. I don't care how many people watch my videos. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't give a fuck, okay? The point is to document actionable steps. And you might think, oh, this is uncomfortable, I don't want to do it. This is exactly why you need to do it, because this is where you grow, okay? You grow by doing the uncomfortable things. You don't grow by just remaining the same over and over and doing the same thing. That's fucking stupid, okay? If you actually want to change your life, go watch my other videos and you will learn something that you can actually take action on that I've done in my own life. I'll give you some examples of what I've done. So with that said, it's a beautiful day. It's time to get back to work. I wish you a good one. And I will get back to work. And I will see you in the next one. See ya.